Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Drakiith and the Cursed Typewriter. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker, as we continue our investigation of this peculiar little village. Now, we've already had a chat with a few of the locals, for all the good that did us. That means today, I guess we're headed out into the wilderness surrounding Lake Silverstep Village. Hopefully we can find some answers out there. We do have a lot of ground to cover here, so I will try to keep things moving. Oh, I'm not sure if that's... No, that should be fine. It could stand to have more clothes, though. A Nixie, slim and disheveled, is sobbing. Noticing strangers, she flinches. Not again. What are you doing here? What do you want? Go away. If my family sees you here, you're as good as dead, I promise. That is quite a greeting. What's your name? I'm Lika. This lake is our home, though we've let other people live around here too. Oh, we never should have done that. We should have chased those foolish bumpkins away as soon as they started building their houses here. Now they've brought disaster down on us all. I'm no enemy to the Fae. If you were an enemy, you'd be just a few bubbles on the lake's surface by now. But here I am, see? Still standing and talking with you. The Nixie sobs again and rubs her eyes with her palm. Why are you crying? The Nixie hides her face in her hands. My family kicked me out, all because of what I did to that stupid boat. Everyone was furious when the evil box fell in the lake, but I was just trying to do the right thing. Can you tell me what happened? Those men brought trouble, the ones from the big boat. They came from Tours of Lebanese and brought that scary box with them. Even the fish in the lake could tell that box was very, very evil. But those fools on the boat just laughed, bowing to the box, calling themselves Charon's Chosen or something. They claimed he'd reward them soon. I was the one who rewarded them, though. I made them crash that big boat against the foot of the high cliff and sink themselves. Delightful. What did you say? Charon. That is bad. Very bad. Hiram frowns, tugging on his beard. An ancient evil deity. I thought only historians would remember him now. If he still has an active cult these days. Charon. I know that name too. An ancient deity of death and evil. I was not aware he still had any worshippers. Did you drown those travelers? Yes. That was the last anyone saw of them. The evil box sunk too. The Nixie sobs. If I hadn't done it, they'd have opened the box, you understand? Then something terrible would have happened. What's in the box? How should I know? I just know the box is evil. Everyone but the stupid humans can sense it. Fish started jumping ashore after the box fell in the lake. Wolves took their hunting up north to get away from it. And the humans wanted to open it. First the ones from the boat, and now these other ones came for it. Wait, you said someone's trying to open the box again. Who is it? More strangers. They hid in the cave near the lake. They've been using hooks and big nets to try to retrieve the box. It's a treasure, it's a treasure. That's what they say. How can that thing be a treasure? It's a huge scary box that has a picture of a one-eyed skull with a coin on it. I don't know where it came from, but I know it's somewhere I'd never want to visit. That's quite a story, but what does it have to do with me? Now the Nixies are mad at all strangers. They say all strangers bring is trouble. First they brought a horrible ancient thing here, and now other strangers are trying to fish it out of the lake and open it. Let's drive everyone but us Nixies away. Then we'll have peace and quiet again, like before. The Nixie sobs again. But I like humans, especially human children. They're so awkward and funny. I used to play with the 2 kids from the house to the west, until they stopped coming for some reason. But I don't want my family to fight the humans. All right, I can help you. The Nixie looks at you timidly. You look really strong. Can you do something about that evil box, maybe? I just wish it would disappear. Then all the other Nixies would forgive me and stop being angry at the humans. Okay, I'll help if I can. The Nixie jumps with excitement. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just be careful, please. That box is so creepy. Got it. Creepy box. Ha! The scary box. Glad to see that Lindsay is really flexing her writing chops here. Still, that does seem to answer a few questions. This scary box is apparently what's causing the fish to act weird, and what's driving away the local wolf packs. Ivar is just taking credit for it for some reason. Also, I can't help but notice that there's an awful lot of loot just lying in the bushes around here. Must be a local tradition or something. Okay, that is where we came in. Ah, here we go. This house used to be neat and cozy once, but now it looks almost abandoned. The door is shut tight. Before you is a pile of torn sheets of paper, scribbled on in steady handwriting. The text is faded and almost unreadable. Hunter's letter. You know, Lisa, my father always used to scold me, saying, "Ivar, you shouldn't wag your tongue so much." I never listened. Remember the day of matchmaking? The headman's son came to you, gave you those nice boots only city ladies wear, and his servants brought a barrel of honey and a crate of sausages. Then Mengar the smith came, brought an ornate door casing, skillfully crafted locks, and piles of other housewares, and said he was going to decorate a house for the 2 of you with all he crafted. I came late in the evening, after all of them had left, and all I brought was a bunch of wildflowers. I set them on the porch and said, "I saw a Nixie crying in the forest. She'd planned to make a lantern of my heart, but she found my heart was already taken. It's bad fortune to make Nixies cry, So, Lady Lisa, would you go to the forest and give the heart you've taken to anyone who may need it more than you? You told me I was such a fool, and then you kissed me. For our wedding, you invited your relatives, the old miller's widow, and stupid Aesel, the fisherman, out of pity, I suspect, as no one else wanted to spend time around him. I invited frogs, wind, and the full moon. Brother Moon, I said, please be so kind as to share your light with everyone, for my bride tires of shining over this world alone. The frogs sang along with Aesel, and you were more beautiful than the moon, and more cheerful than the spring wind. Ari was about to turn 5, and Mika was just 4, and I'd spent a month dragging fish to the cliff and cursing a stupid wyvern who just wouldn't be lured. When I finally lured her, I chased her through the bushes, collecting her silver scales here and there after they fell. It wouldn't have been so hard to decorate our garden with those scales if I hadn't done it at night. Then the morning came, and our children went silent, their mouths agape. Hundreds of silver lights sparkled atop apple and cherry trees. I hid my scratched hands in my sleeves and scoffed. This isn't so special. You've never noticed before how the stars hide in the trees from the cunning sky cat. You looked at me without a word, but I could still hear your words in my mind. You're such a fool, Ivar. I love you. I don't remember how I came up with the story of the silver dragon. I came home late with a black grouse I'd shot, and said it was a hard fight. I just couldn't aim properly. This dragon kept peeping from the clouds, blinding me with his shiny silver wings. You saw a real dragon, Dad? Not the whole dragon, no. You see, the only way to see the dragon is if 2 loving souls climb up the high cliff under a new moon, hand in hand. At the time, I wasn't thinking about how dark the night was, or how steep the path to the top of the cliff was, especially for little feet, or how wet the rocks were after the rain. I was just looking at you, wishing it was us, 2 loving souls, hand in hand, sneaking away up to the skies as we did when we weren't that much older than Ari and Mika. The next morning we woke first, and it was you who found our children's beds empty. You said nothing to me then. Not then. Not when we walked through the misty woods. Not when we found Mika's doll at the start of the path leading to the cliff. You kept silent as I ascended from the chasm, with Ari's body in my hands. You said nothing when Aesel brought Mika's body, found further out, at the lakeshore near the cliff. You're such a fool, Ivar. You wag your tongue too much. It was just a story, another of your stupid fairy tales. How could it end this way? I'm so sorry, Lisa. Better you'd married the smith, or the headman's son, or even stupid Aesel, anyone but me. It's all my fault. Forgive me, please. And let me go. Today, I'll go to the children's graves and... Christ. This game. Give me, 1 second. Okay, let's keep moving. I got some more answers there. Can't say it was very satisfying, though.
All according to plan.
Okay. Giant frogs. This we're equipped to handle. Nereid. Alright, we actually have to take this fight seriously.
Your strength with it.
Serves you right.
Confusion. We have to end this quick. Oh, geez. We've got another caster behind her. And Silverleaf is fascinated. Fantastic. Oh, that was, abrupt. Ah, that's why. The Nixie is still on the field.
This should do it.
There we go. Didn't actually take much damage. Okay, let's just give Doggo some space for a moment. Ooh, that could actually come in handy.
Applause, please.
Light shield +2. Let's see here. Net total of +3 to AC. But Harem's current shield is better than that. And we don't really have anyone else who uses shield, so
In due time.
I guess we'll just hand that off to one of our backup adventurers.
That is not far.
Oh, might have jumped the gun a bit there. Yeah, those greater wargs are actually pretty tough.
I'm leading you out of the sword.
We're definitely starting to get nickel and dimed here. Which I suppose is the way a proper adventure should be written. You don't want to destroy the players with every encounter. You want to wear them down over time. Okay, onward and upward. Wow, we've barely explored half this place. There's our northeast corner. Let's start heading west.
something else. Applause, please.
Just grabbing the XP for the skill check. We'll go around the long way.
As it should be.
Dire boars. That is a pretty trivial encounter.
Confide in me.
Yourself exposed.
Nice. A little overkill, but that's fine.
Just letting the ink dry.
What's that?
In due time.
There we go. Oh. Is that our first ferocious Hydra? I feel like we've fought one before. Oh yeah, this thing's actually not that tough. Relatively speaking.
All according to plan.
Gotta keep an eye out for casters, though.
A calculated risk.
Yup, another Nereid. Probably have some Nixies around here, too.
Repent!
Alright, let's pull out the stops. Yeah, Nixie in the back. Silverleaf in a questionable position. Let's go even harder here. Up. Kind of squandered that confusion spell, but I can live with that. We're seeing some pretty tough fights out here, and we're not really getting a lot out of it. Aside from XP. Then again, I suppose we are handling it pretty well. Oh, I'm thinking this must be Ivar's cliff. And there's the man himself. The rocks are moved from their usual places, as if something very huge and extremely strong used to walk here. Some pieces of fish innards could be seen on the ground. I bet that is where Ivar was trying to lure that wyvern. Basically the thing that inadvertently started this whole mess.
Follow my lead.
Alright, let's do this. Guess we should hedge our bets.
I I wrote it like I saw it.
A tall, red-headed man dressed in hunter's clothes is balanced at the brink of this cliff. One wrong move and he'll fall into the chasm. Stop! What are you doing? Oh, no, not at all. Many would like to silence the dragon's voice. I won't give them the pleasure. The redhead turns around and nods. Your Grace. Care to tell me who you are? Well, it would be rude not to introduce myself. My name is Ivar. The red-headed man watches you closely, but makes no move to run or draw his weapons. If you pass through the village, you must have heard rumors about me. Once, I used to be a simple hunter, but now I keep the peace in this region by the order of their lord, the Silver Dragon. So, you're the dragon's voice, right? That's what people call me. The red-headed man smiles slightly. These lands are under protection of the Silver Dragon, and I'm his most trusted servant. We have no need to fight each other. I won't harm either you or the village. That's exactly what every new self-proclaimed king usually says. I understand why you're suspicious. The red-headed man bows his head. Well, forgive me for being so harsh. I just wanted you to remember, these lands don't need new rulers. A protector is enough. You know who I am. I know everything that happens in the village, and for leagues around. Of course I was aware of your arrival. Such a prestigious guest, striding into our lands. I'm not hiding my identity. In fact, I've nothing to hide at all. The red-headed man raises an eyebrow. That's so. Well, honesty is a virtue, and one that's hard to find these days. Especially if we're talking about kings, queens, and any who seeks to rule others. What do you want to ask me about, Baron? Is it your house south of here? It's mine. So what? I know about your family. I'm sorry for your loss. I don't look for sympathy, and don't expect it. Ivar falls silent for a moment and looks away. Besides, I don't deserve it. We'll talk another time. Goodbye. Why are you so sure that this another time will happen? I won't stay here long. There's an old saying, sluggish wolf soon starves. All right then, let me ask you a few more questions. And they are? And there he goes. Ivar the Hunter calls himself the Dragon's Voice, protector of the village, and apparently, among other things, he protects it from those who claim the right to rule here. We should find him and deal with this situation, or with the man himself. Good lord, Lindsay, really? Okay, we've got a cave. That's probably where the scary box is. All right, let's speed this up. Oh, never mind. Huh. We're getting some sort of weird audio flickering all of a sudden.
Anything is possible.
Oh yeah, there's definitely something wrong. Okay, tell you what. I could really use a drink or two, so let's hit the pause button real quick and I'll see if I can get this sorted out. We'll be right back. And we're back. Looks like a full reboot took care of the problem. I'd say we're about 75% done with this place, so let's see if we can wrap this up. More dire boars. Nothing to worry about there. Huh. We've got a chunk we missed over here. Let's go check that out. Aha. Well, nothing spectacular, but I do like being thorough. Actually, we're right next to the village, so let's go have another chat with Azel. He might have something new to say, now that we have more context. Back again. The Fisher gives you a wide grin. Ask me more things, would you? You're the only one who will stay and talk with me for a while. I need to tell you something about the fish and this dragon of yours. I could talk about the dragon all day long. Yes, I know. The fish were jumping ashore thanks to an ancient sarcophagus the Nixies accidentally drowned in the lake. Your Nixies lied to you. They're Fae, so what do you expect? But Ivar told me about the dragon. Not the fish, though, just that the dragon is protecting us. But I know Ivar well. Ivar doesn't lie. Ooh, how about we talk about something else? Alright, you talk about fun things. Let's have another talk about this hunter, Ivar. Ivar, yeah, he's a good fellow. Something terrible happened to him, didn't it? The fisher frowns and looks away. Why'd you have to remind me of that? Ivar, he wasn't the dragon's voice before. He just used to live here, in the house to the northwest. Used to go hunting and tell us all kinds of stories, like a real bard would. Had a family, too, but then... Ekun bites his lip. Well, one night his kids ran away, tried to climb to the top of the cliff in the middle of the night. It was a bad night, rainy and dark. They fell down. Far as anyone could tell, the boy probably slipped first, and the girl tried to help him, but she couldn't. She fell too, farther away. I helped search for them the next morning, then helped bury them. The fisher sighs heavily. Lisa, Ivar's wife, she got sick right after and never recovered. And Ivar, well, he went odd. And that's when the silver dragon started talking to him. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you know where he is now? He probably went to the grove up north again. That's where his children's graves are. Sometimes he'll disappear for several days at a time, and he won't tell anyone where he goes. But I know anyway. Thank you, Aesel. That was very helpful. Okay, so we've got Ivar's location, but let's hold off on confronting him. I'm not feeling up to it just yet. We'll just wrap things up here first. Tetzelworm. The graders hit pretty hard, but we don't have to worry about the poison.
I know what to do.
I think a haste will do it. Nice. Once again, still getting nickel and dimed, but
Share your trouble.
we're still in it. Some unknown power made entire schools of fish jump ashore. Some of the fish are already dead, but others twitch, their eyes bulging, their mouths opening and closing silently, as if out of desperation and horror. Wow, way to make a fish death as grisly as possible. Fish from the Silverstep Lake. A fat, tasty-looking fish. Interesting. Right, and we've already seen that. Oh. Alright, that just leaves this cave, but I'd actually like to go try something with that fish we just found. Now, Ivar's letter did make specific reference to wyvern he was trying to lure, which is where he ended up getting all those silver scales. Let's see if we can follow up on that.
Ready for anything?
Of course, assuming this does work, we're in for a fight here, so let's get ourselves buffed.
What troubles you?
Confide in me.
Manishrim Sukino. Ona Adayana. Manishrim Sukino.
I am prepared.
Alright, I think that's all the good spells, so let's get this done. There we go. Ancient Wyvern. I believe we fought one of these before, too. Can't remember if these things are fire resistant.
Let yourself open.
Nice. Well, it definitely wasn't acid resistant. Okay, let's see what that got us. Not a whole lot.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Let's make a grab for that hide. Missed it by 3. Oh well, at least that ties up another loose end. Pile of notes. First note. I'm not going to say it out loud. The chief would rip me a new one if he heard me. But I think it's time to hit the road. Silverstep is cursed. Look, just yesterday, I saw a boat sailing on the lake. A big one, kind with a big sail. And there were a bunch of people on board around some big box or chest or something. All of a sudden, the steersman spins the wheel and rams the boat right against the rocks. The wreck went down at the cliff not far from our cave. The people jumped out and tried to swim for shore, but they just froze in place and sank under without a sound. One got close enough I could see his face. A mask of terror I can't even begin to describe. Yelled something about Charon, went pale, froze like the others, and pop, that was the last I saw of him. Sure, there are plenty of nasty beasts around, but this was something else. I trust my instincts, and they're screaming at me loud as can be to get out while we still can. If we don't, we're all gonna die. Second note. Cut the whining, bud. There's a wrecked boat, and you say we should run? I say we go take a look. Might be there's some valuables in the wreckage. Third note. Now you've done it. Chief found out about the boat and the chest, and now all he talks about is looking for treasure. He's gonna have the others out searching for it, poking around the lake bed with hooks, and at night of all things, so the locals don't notice. I'm telling you, no good'll come of this. These woods give me the creeps, and they're even worse at night. Day before yesterday, I was on my way back to the cave, and I heard a noise behind me. Turned around and saw two glowing eyes staring at me from the woods. Imagine it, the far grove, in the dark, and just two blazing embers in the night. I don't know what it was, and I don't want to. I'm just glad it disappeared soon as I saw it. Fourth note. While you were busy being scared of that wolf or runaway kitty or whatever it was, I found that box. It's just sitting there, all that precious treasure right on the lake bed. It's not even that far from shore. We're fishing it out tomorrow. Fifth note. Are you serious? I swear, if we don't get out of here before that box is out of the water, something terrible is going to happen. Sixth note. Look, the beast that attacked the cave was scary, sure, but we gave it hell, didn't we? And when the chief set it on fire, it ran off, didn't it? Howled so loud I thought my head'd explode, but we came out fine. No, I think I'm gonna stay. I bet that box is full of treasure. And as for the beasts and those drowned men of yours, well, this profession's all about taking risks, right? Seventh note. There's risks, and then there's whatever this is. No, when the chief goes out to get that box, I'm gonna show my heels. Farewell, pal. Life is long. Maybe we'll meet again someday, if we play our cards right. I am starting to get the distinct impression that this box might be bad news. What with the terrified bandits and Nixies and the mass fish suicide and the howling beasts and the aura of pure unmitigated evil and malice. Then again, maybe I'm just reading into things. That bit about the howling beast is interesting, though. That's new.
Applause, please.
These boats were obviously pulled ashore recently. Inside them are hooks, pivots, and other tools that would be needed to recover things from under the water. Which I think is their way of telling us that they've already recovered that box. I think we're in for a bad time here. Oh. I'll be damned. That beast again. No, these are new strangers. I bet they want to take away our loot. They're messing with the wrong men. Okay then.
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Alright, Caster is obviously our priority target. Let's see if we can lock him down. It's been a while since we've actually fought humans or demi-humans. Well, looks like that one bandit got out of here just in time.
My search was not in vain.
Alright, folks. We're just past the 50-minute mark, and we're currently staring down a giant, cursed sarcophagus. I think this makes for a pretty good stopping point. We'll hit the pause button for now, and then we'll pick up here next time, as we check out the scary box, tie up a few more loose ends, and then go confront Ivar. Bring this whole sorry tale to its inevitable end. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Pathfinder Kingmaker, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube channel, the official Discord server, the official Facebook page, the official Twitter feed, the fan-run wiki, or the original crowdfunding campaign over on Kickstarter. Links are in the description.